Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Weather stick is back to blue as we had a rough night. Some of us did. Late last night, early this morning, numerous reports of trees down and power outages in the thousands, in the tens of thousands. And if you watched my morning update yesterday, um, I said to anticipate that there would be power outages, to power up your devices and get ready. Some wind damage, hail. There was, some 1 inch diameter hail. Now, we kind of got uh, the rough part of the storm, but it didn't quite get into the city of Bowling Green, but just west, or actually east of us and northeast of us, is where some of the worst weather occurred. There were numerous trees down and power outages and things like that for a while. And at least one tornado warning didn't turn out to be a tornado, but there was that spin that I was talking about yesterday in the atmosphere. And certainly further north, like Indiana, southern Indiana, some pretty incredible tornadoes that occurred there and tornado damage. We were spared all of that, but all of that is gone now. So we wake up this morning to a much better air mass. Things are pretty quiet. The front itself has not completely come through yet. You see it just west of Bowling Green. It's a little stalled out, but for all intents and purposes, it is over. There may be a few renegade showers that show up later this afternoon to the north of us, and some of that may impinge on some of our northern counties just north of Bowling Green. But as far as any really stormy weather like we had last night and very early this morning, all of that is now gone, and we're looking at a mainly sunny day here across southern Kentucky and much of the region. There may be a little bit of patchy fog this morning in a couple of spots, but other than that, we're good to go. All right, let's take a look at, I want to show you, first of all, rainfall and just how it just cut off right near Bowling Green as far as getting beneficial rainfall. Look at that. I mean, there was a stripe there of some incredible rainfall. Look at this, almost 4 inches of rain near E-Town and Hardin County. There was some street flooding and stuff going on there. About 3 inches of rain. Well, actually 2.5 or a little bit more than that in Litchfield and Grayson County. We even go down to Hart County, Munfordville, 3.5 inches of rain. You continue to see how this was cut off, like even in Warren County. Let me zoom in on that because some of these are bunched up together. But look at that. Look at that stripe of just heavy rainfall. 3.41 inches in Edmonton at the Mesonet site there in Metcalfe County. 3.75 inches, Tompkinsville, Monroe County. 3.5 inches in Cumberland County. And then a sharp cutoff to the east and the west. But look, this is the most amazing, I guess, representation of the rainfall. You had that cluster of thunderstorms. Yeah, it came through Bowling Green, but the heaviest part of it was east and northeast in the county. We had a tenth of an inch at the Ag Expo Center. But then you go up to the Corvette plant and it's 1.22. And then even in Butler County, just over an inch of rain. Down in Scottsville, just over an inch of rain. Then you have these incredible amounts of rain right there in the middle. So it was just a weird kind of setup, not typical for June, the end of June, the beginning of July. But it was a nice rainmaker for some of you. The rest of us didn't get all that much. But wow, what a night. The lightning was pretty incredible too, and some of those winds. And we had some reports of hail as well, some 1 inch diameter hail in some places. This morning, under a clear sky, we've got temperatures in the mid 60s, some upper 60s near the Tennessee border as we start out your Monday morning. All right, so what's to come? Heat. hmm Heat is coming. We've got some pretty incredible heat coming toward the end of the week into next weekend, or the upcoming weekend, I should say, 4th of July weekend, as you know. And 4th of July is on Tuesday. But as we head into the actual weekend, whew, so we go from mid to upper 80s today. Not quite as humid as it was yesterday, sticky humid it was yesterday before the storms. We actually made it up to 91 for a high temperature officially at the airport. 89 is where we should be, so we were 2 degrees above average. And the airport only picked up 23 hundredths, almost a quarter inch of rain last night. That was it. But then you go up the road to the Corvette plant, and it was a lot more than that. So we go mid 80s tomorrow, upper 80s Wednesday, but here are the 3 days that we're going to bake. Mid 90s Thursday, maybe upper 90s on Friday, the last day of the month. And then on Saturday the 1st, mid 90s, that's Thunderfest at the National Corvette Amphitheater. We get some rain. There's going to be some rain, even though with those temperatures being up there like that, there's going to come more opportunity to get some rain, even with the heat. And then we go back into the mid to upper 80s into much of next week. Yeah. You want some summer heat, you're going to get it here in the next few days. Let's take a look at the model map, and I'll show you how things are moving out. So all the severe weather threat is over. Low pressure system continuing to just sit up there and spin about and really just cranking out these little impulses. And another one will cross the area today, touching off some shower activity, renegade showers, these kind of stray showers that pop up with the heat of the day in the afternoon and early evening. There you see them kind of north of the Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky area, but it wouldn't surprise me if we get, a couple of popping up down close to Bowling Green later this afternoon. So it's a possibility, but overall, I'm going to leave the forecast fairly dry as that cold front finally makes its way through. As we get into this evening, of course, we lose the daytime heating and all of that moves away. And that low pressure system is going to weaken as it moves off to the north and east. High pressure begins to build in for Tuesday, and we're looking at sunny weather for us, everything looking pretty nice. Now, you'll notice this complex, this is more of a convective system that is moving in out of Missouri and Arkansas that'll try to make a run at us. But as of right now, we're going to see that maybe take, because of the jet stream, it's going to come in and then just kind of go off to the south and east away from us, as you can see in these last few frames. There it goes. And so it moves out of our area. I don't think we'll get much of anything out of that particular system, but there will be those systems that are going to affect us once we get into the latter half of the week and into this upcoming weekend, 4th of July holiday weekend. Yes, there will be some opportunities for more rain along with the heat, the hot weather that is coming our direction. Let's check out the next 7 days here, and you can see that the front that is over us this morning will start to ease off to the east. Still those renegade showers that I mentioned from the low and the remnants of that front off into northeastern Kentucky. But this afternoon, there could be a pop-up shower close to us, a little bit of a trough there on the backside of that low as well by Tuesday morning. Here we go into Tuesday afternoon, into Wednesday, high pressure, looking good for us, keeping us sunny. Then the big warm-up comes with this warm front as we get into really Wednesday night into Thursday. That's when the big warm-up, that's when the big heat and humidity come in, along with these scattered showers as we get into Thursday, then into Friday, Saturday. Here we go, another setup again. And this one might be uh, just as nasty as what we had last night. Strong to severe storms, a possibility. We've got lifted warm air, then we've got the cold front that's back to the west. It's going to be another one of those setups where a good chunk of the eastern part or the middle section and middle to central Kentucky, middle Tennessee, Ohio Valley, Tennessee Valley region gets under that very humid air, and we get these fronts coming in. Yeah, it's a possibility we could get more stormy weather as we get into Saturday, the first day of July, and even into Sunday. Even though it's not painted in, the cold front will be right over us, just like it is this morning. So we could be looking at a repeat of some nasty weather once we get into this weekend again. In the meantime, that'll do it for this edition of the morning podcast. I'm headed to the radio station, Sam 100.7, to do the morning show. I hope you'll join me for that from 6 to 10. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the radio.